Hello YouTube and fellow DC Comic fans. I'm Kelly One Shot, and this is the Post-Crisis Podcast. And today, we're going to talk about Batman number 82 from DC Comics, written by Tom King, with artwork by Mikhail Yanin. Okay, with only 4 issues remaining in this series, we're actually going to see how Batman struggles and fights back against Bane to take back the city of Gotham. We're going to see what role Catwoman has to do in this whole story, as her and Batman have realized that together they are stronger than they could ever be. We see that Bane continues to have his death grip on Gotham City. We'll find out what role Thomas Wayne has in all of this, whether he's actually a pawn of Bane or Bane might be a pawn of him. We'll see how the ventriloquist is involved, and we'll wonder what's going on with Psycho Pirate, who has been within this Tom King run throughout the entirety of his series, and his role and his powers could be immensely important in this story going forward. We'll also see how the events and the results of this story will spread into the pages of Batman and Catwoman, which is the follow-up series, 12-part miniseries written by Tom King, which was going to serve as the last 15 issues of his run of Batman that was going to go to Batman 105, but will be cut short at 85. As you know, James Tynion will be taking over the main run Batman mantle at issue number 86, which will start sometime next year. We know that he is a comparable writer, and he's done many great things with the character before in the past, so I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing what's going to happen within the pages that are remaining in this Tom King run, and how that's going to result and end in Batman Catwoman, the great series that we're looking forward to. Either way, let's start this review off, and let's see what's happening. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Either way, we start this story off where we actually see Bane taking off his mask. We see Bruce Wayne taking off his mask as the two of them get ready to fight. We then actually go to where Thomas Wayne and the ventriloquist are, and the ventriloquist asks Thomas Wayne if he needs anything. And it's here that Thomas actually stands up and says that he requires his boy, and he smacks the ventriloquist down into the ground. We then actually return to the fight, and we see that Bruce is taking off his utility belt, he's taking off his cape, and he's claiming to Bane that he's going to do this fight without help. He's not going to use Catwoman because this isn't her city, this is his city, this is his fight. He takes off his shirt, and he just says that we're going to do this with no help. Bane actually is a very honorable man and an honorable fighter here, and he always welcomes a challenge. So he rips the venom tube out of his head, he rips him out of his arms, and he also takes off his shirt as well, and he agrees to Bruce Wayne's challenge of no help during this fight. Just man-on-man action. Yes, we all love that, right? Either way, we go back where we see Thomas Wayne Batman walking with the ventriloquist, and he's walking past the various members of the Bat family that he just made light work of in the last issue. We see Barbara Gordon on the ground, we see Damian Wayne, we see Batwoman, we see Orphan, we see Duke Thomas, we see the Huntress, and we see Tim Drake on the ground as he makes his way through the Batcave with the ventriloquist. We then actually go where the fight's happening, and we see that the two of them are squaring off. He's Batman, he's Bane, they're ready to do it. Then it's actually made clear that Bane is forgetting one thing. She's Catwoman. Catwoman whips Bane in the arm, locks him up, which allows Bruce to get in some free punches in, and Bane is like, what's going on here? You said this was your city, your fight, you didn't say that you were going to have any help, and Bruce actually grabs from behind his back 2 metal batarangs, and he goes, yeah? Well, I lied. And then Batman and Catwoman actually square up against Bane, and it's here that Catwoman joins the fight. She's got her whip, she's wrapping Bane up pretty intensely, and she's actually mocking Bruce as the two of them are talking about the plan that they were establishing going forward from here. And Catwoman actually says that she knew that this would work, that Bane would be so prideful that he couldn't refuse this opportunity, and she mocks Bruce here. It's really funny. They have this little playful back and forth, which I've really adored in this Tom King run, this back and forth playfulness and this other side of Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle. I've enjoyed that here, and Bruce actually makes it clear that he knew that Bane wouldn't use Gotham Girl serum because it would overload him. It's again there that Catwoman mocks Bruce in this attempt. Bane actually, though, he has other plans. He rips the Batarang out of his face, and he actually says that you're forgetting one thing, that I'm still Bane, and that I'm not done here. And he throws Catwoman off of him, and he lunges Bruce into the wall, crashing him against it. We actually then go and we see Thomas Wayne is in the Batmobile with the ventriloquist, and the two of them are seemingly driving towards the fight. And they're almost there. We then go back to the fight, and it's here that Catwoman kind of starts mocking Bane, and Bane's like, here kitty kitty, here kitty kitty kitty, and then it's actually here that Catwoman calls Bane a fool, that the city's not Bane's, it's not Batman's, it's hers, and she's here to take back what is hers. So she scratches and slashes at Bane, just drawing blood left and right, and she's got this mean smile on her face, and she goes, "What's wrong? Cat got your tongue?" And I love this moment here, but it's actually, Bane does like a little reverse monkey toss and whips Catwoman against the wall, but then Bruce tackles him from behind and just pummels him in the back of the head, and then he goes, for what you've done, for what you did, I would kill you. But death would only end your agony and silence your pain, but instead, I'll simply break your back. Obviously, it's a Bane story. That's what's going to happen. Bruce raises Bane over his head, and he's about to crash him down onto his knee. Classic style. Good little spine backbreaker move from the wrestling. And then as Batman is about to do this, the other Batman, Thomas Wayne, walks in, bang, bang, shoots Bruce twice in the abdomen, and Bruce is like, "Father, what's going on?" And Thomas Wayne's like, "Son." And then Bruce crashes down to the ground. We see Thomas Wayne tells the ventriloquist to bring Psycho Pirate to him. And his eyes are glowing with red. In the next issue, it says, "Next, a tragic discovery." So we're going to find out more about Thomas Wayne. What's going on here? How the Psycho Pirate might be involved. And what's going to happen? Is the Psycho Pirate ultimately the main bad guy of this series? Because I could see that even being the case, that he manipulated the emotions of everybody, and that he trickled these events to happen because he was inspiring Bane in the beginning of this series, and he was convincing Bane that he could be confident without the Venom, so Bane was very strong without it because he had the will of the Psycho Pirate, and we've seen the Psycho Pirate involved with Hugo Strange and Amanda Waller. And he's been immensely important in this series. Maybe he's the main bad. I've talked about that before, either in my dramatic reading series or my other reviews that I've done over the time of this Batman Tom King run. But I think that he could be the real villain here, or maybe Thomas Wayne is as well. But I never thought it was Bane. It was too obvious. It was too upfront. We've had too many stories named after Bane, like I Am Bane, with the I Am Suicide and all that stuff. I Am Gotham. All that stuff really had to do with Bane so much. It was too obvious. City of Bane even, I'm not buying it. So one of these two is going to be the main villain, and Bane's seemingly defeated here. The City of Bane is over with. There's only 3 issues remaining on this series of this Tom King Batman run. As we discussed before, it'll be continued in the pages of Batman and Catwoman in Tom King's next series. James Tynion obviously going to take over at issue 85 next year. You, as always, can check this video out here on youtube.com/OneShotTheory, where you can find me, Kelly One Shot. You can also go to comicbooklegion.com, check out my contribution to the website, other contributions from the many other contributors. That's comicbooklegion.com. Check them out, the Nation of Nerds, and all of the boys there. Either way, check us out. I'm your host, Kelly One Shot. As always, take care, have a great day, and goodbye!